win, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tattle my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you could never own.
But the championship action continues here with the tag team gold.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the WWE World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 380 pounds. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
You can call them the challengers, but they're also the team that owns a recent victory over the current World Tag Team Champions Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch absolutely earning themselves this opportunity here tonight, like them or not. They're the #1 contenders, but they gotta try to dethrone these two men for the second time. Eric and Ivar, the World Tag Team Champions of the world. This time is where it counts, when the gold is on the line. Who's gonna get it done here at Money in the Bank?
And introducing the champions at a combined weight of 552 pounds. They are the World Tag Team Champions, Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders.
This is a team who has two recent victories over Randy Orton and Riddle, RK Bro, the team they defeated to win the World Tag Team Championships, and the team they defeated in the rematch at Backlash a couple of weeks back. Eric and Ivar, even though they've lost to Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, have been very impressive inside the squared circle since winning the World Tag Team Championships, and they're looking to keep that momentum on their side and looking to keep those championships around their waist here tonight. They're bringing the fight, they're bringing the war to the land of extreme, but will it be enough to take down Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan? Will Burch and Lorcan get victory #2 over Eric and Ivar, this time where it matters, when the gold's on the line? It's been an incredible night of action so far, and things are going to roll on right now with the WWE World Tag Team Championships on the line. Danny Burch, Oni Lorcan, former NXT Tag Team Champions, taking on Eric and Ivar, the WWE World Tag Team Champions. The stage is set, the match is now. The Tag Team Championships for the WWE up for grabs here tonight in Philadelphia. That is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to the action. The bell has sounded. We're underway. Oni Lorcan and Ivar, your legal men, to kick off this tag team matchup. And as we mentioned, it was right before Backlash when Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch picked up the victory over Eric and Ivar on Monday Night Raw. And since then, we've been discussing they were at the front of the line and the #1 contenders for whoever walked out of Backlash with the World Tag Team Championships. Eric and Ivar, of course, retained on that night. And now we get a rematch from Raw over a month ago. Eric and Ivar looking to right the wrong from that night. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch hoping that lightning strikes twice, this time with the Tag Team Championships on the line. It's been an incredible night of action so far. 3 championship matches and 1 ladder match down. Asuka walking out with the women's Money in the Bank contract in hand. Santos Escobar still your Cruiserweight champion. Sheamus still your Intercontinental Champion, and Bianca Belair still your WWE Women's Champion, as Eric and Ivar, a little bit of double team from the World Tag Team Champions. Eric is in now, Oney Lorcan tagging in Danny Burch. As we mentioned, Burch and Lorcan, former NXT Tag Team Champions. Eric and Ivar have held those same golds years ago. And now Eric going into the cover in the early going, looking to put Danny Burch away early. But Burch a tough SOB inside of the ring. All four of these men are. That's something that Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan pride themselves on, is how rough and tough they are inside the squared circle. They can fight you, they can brawl with you, they can also get technical and grapple and out-wrestle you inside of the ring. An underrated and impressive team in the professional wrestling squared circle. Eric coming off the second rope with the axe hammer. Of course, still to come tonight, the WWE Championship on the line in a triple threat contest. AJ Styles going to defend against two men who have been having major issues with each other as of late, Jeff Hardy and Finn Balor. And then after that, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match in your main event. Edge, Samoa Joe, Damian Priest, Mustafa Ali, Austin Theory, and Riddle all going to try to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase. That'll be your main event coming up shortly. The World Tag Team Championships are what it's all about at this point in time. And we got two incredible teams. Going at it. As Danny Burch, nice knife edge, chop to the back, and he follows it up with a kick to Eric. Danny Burch in control for his team right now. It was Danny Burch who got the pinfall in that tag team matchup on Raw over a month ago. Again, it's all about seeing if lightning can strike twice for Burch and Lorcan here this evening. And Oney Lorcan just hammering rights and lefts on Eric, and now throwing some elbows, and now a chop in there. Oney Lorcan absolutely unloading on Eric of the Viking Raiders. That was another one there. It takes him over. Oney Lorcan, what we're seeing right now out of Oney Lorcan is exactly what we said moments ago. He came in just absolutely scrapping with Eric with the rights and lefts, and then we saw him with that takeover there, out wrestling Eric, and now from the top rope goes for the elbow drop, and Eric able to sidestep it. There's Oney Lorcan right there staying on the offensive. Once again takes Eric to the mat. Oney Lorcan, such a complete athlete inside of that ring, and now he tags in the man from overseas. Danny Burch is back into this contest. They're really singling out Eric these last few minutes. He's definitely in need of a tag as of right now. Nice shot to the gut. Eric, one of your strongest competitors inside of the ring. He's got an MMA background, well documented. He knows how to throw the lefts and throw the rights and out-wrestle you as well. Danny Burch trying to get himself out of Viking Raiders' corner. And now Eric, look at this, unloading on Danny Burch himself. Showing him that he knows how to fight inside of the ring. But Danny Burch taking him over. Another nice edge chop to the back and follows up with a kick. Going to the well with what works. And Burch going for the cover on Eric here. Gonna have new World Tag Team Champions. Not yet, says Eric. Really been getting beat up these last few minutes. Luckily for him, there's the tag to Ivar. Oney Lorcan also in there. Now we're back where we started with Oney Lorcan and Ivar inside of the ring. Ivar down and out. Oney Lorcan to keep the momentum going. Nice kick to the gut. Lorcan hits the ropes, and a nice blockbuster there. Signature maneuver from Oney Lorcan. Lorcan's headed to the top rope off the blockbuster. Ivar is down and out. He could be looking to close things out here and win the World Tag Team Championship. Super blockbuster from the top rope. A float over from Oney Lorcan there. We're going to have new Tag Team Champions of the world, but Ivar getting his shoulder up. First the blockbuster in the ring, and then the floater from the top rope. Oney Lorcan piecing together his maneuvers there, but it wasn't enough in the moment to keep Ivar down. Ivar trying to keep the momentum going for himself as well as Eric. The Viking Raiders not looking to leave Philadelphia empty-handed here tonight. Big-time splash from the big man of the matchup. That'll certainly knock the wind out of you. Oney looking a little dazed, but he's countered back here. Gotta say, Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan, they've been looking great in this contest. They've had the momentum for the majority. And right now, they're definitely looking like the favorites to win this matchup. And that's not me doubting the Viking Raiders. I'm just calling it as I see it, as Burch and Lorcan have been in control for the majority of this matchup since the opening bell. Nice overhand chop from Danny Burch and just beating the hell out of Ivar. Burch and Lorcan looking incredible here. Nice submission hold here by Ivar, a little close to the ropes. But the big man don't need the ropes. Look at this, able to outstrength Danny Burch there. Goes for the big boot, but Burch counters with the uppercut. Signature maneuver for both Burch and Lorcan, but Ivar's right there to take it down with a clothesline. Follows it up with a kick, and a nice big boot for the big man. Viking Raiders trying to do anything they can to mount some offense here. But Burch and Lorcan, there you go, right back into control. But here's Ivar trying to fight back. Now Ivar sends him off into the corner. Nice clothesline. We got a running bulldog from the big man. Signature maneuver out of Ivar. Trying to mount some momentum, and he drops the leg to the back. And now we're seeing the Viking Raiders getting into their flow here. The World Tag Team Champions looking to put things away. Danny Burch in a precarious situation on the shoulders of Ivar, and he eats the canvas. And the Viking Raiders looking to retain the World Tag Team Championships. A little close to the ropes there. Ivar now into the cover, but Danny Burch gets the shoulder up. May have had him put away. Hanging up and close to the ropes originally, but nonetheless, it's about what we're here now. And Ivar coming from the top with a big time splash. That's the maneuver that won the Viking Raiders the World Tag Team Championships all that time ago, but it's not enough to retain the titles yet here tonight. What a tag team matchup we got on our hands. Burch and Lorcan were controlling for a couple of minutes, but now Ivar is being the winner for the Viking Raiders. But now Danny Burch with that crossface in on Ivar. A tap out here means we have new tag team champions of the world. Ivar using his strength. Rolls him out. Nice kick to the gut. Tries following up with the big boot. Danny Burch out of the way. Nice counter there. Beautiful. Burch may be down. Viking Raiders. Ivar goes for the kick with Danny Burch. And another reversal. Ivar unloaded with the kicks to Danny Burch. About 3 of them there, and he follows it up with yet another big boot. You see Burch is trying to crawl to the corner, get the fresher man, Oni Lorcan in. Ivar's got other plans. He's just unloaded on Burch here. He's into the corner now. He's in Viking Raiders' corner, and he's absolutely trapped. We got a tag made to Eric. Eric's going to the top. They could be looking for the big-time finisher maneuver. From the top comes the leg drop from Eric. Viking Raiders looking to retain the World Tag Team Championships, but only Lorcan in to break up the count. Lorcan in to break up the count, but there's Eric dropping him with the fall-away neck breaker. And Eric trying to keep the fight on Danny Burch. But Burch with a counter. Nice kick. Eric may be in trouble here. Danny Burch trying to mount some momentum. But Eric into the counter. Reversals back and forth from these men. Nice German suplex from Danny Burch. Eric pops up. Shoulder block there. Another kick, another right. Overhand chops, the rolling forearm. Danny Burch counters. Goes for the chop. Eric counters, and a headbutt takes him down. Reversal after reversal. I feel like we're watching NXT TakeOver right now between these two former NXT Tag Team Champions. And Burch takes over Eric. Danny Burch going it alone right now as Oni Lorcan is dazed and confused on the outside of the ring. Nice shot, Eric able to reverse. Now tag made to Ivar. This is not where Danny Burch wants to be right now. Danny Burch in a precarious situation. Ivar springboard clothesline. Danny Burch taking the fall there. Meanwhile, Ivar going after Oni Lorcan. It just sends him for a ride. But that unfortunately cost Ivar the momentum there as Danny Burch getting the time to rest. What a great tag team matchup we have coming to you right here tonight. May the 2nd, 2022, here at Money in the Bank. The World Tag Team Championships are what it's all about, and these two teams are going at it with the gold on the line. Tons of reversals in this one. Both these teams doing their homework, studying the last contest that they had between each other. Not one to give an inch and let the other take control as Ivar comes to the top and he drops the elbow on Danny Burch. That is not an elbow you want to need coming from that kind of big man. But meanwhile, Burch Take it over Ivar. Knife edge chop. Follows it up with a kick. And into the cover. Burch looking to retain, or excuse me, win the tag team championship, with Ivar still in the fight. Only Lorcan back up on the apron. Eric's on the apron. We're at a stalemate momentarily here. Nice forearm. One of the strongest hitters in that ring, Danny Burch. Taking him over. Going to the well with what works. Another kick to the chest, excuse me. Ivar tried going for the big boot. Burch is right there. Hanging him up on the ropes. Springboard. Forearm to the back. Make it 2. Ivar down below. Tag made to Oney Lorcan, finally getting the fresh man in this contest. Ivar's trying to climb to Eric here. We got the hot tag. Eric is in. Nice forearm by Eric. The two fresh men battling out. Look at this. Eric with the kick. And that kick has put several men away in Viking Raiders tag team action. Sending Oney Lorcan into the ropes. Look at this. Belly to belly suplex. Eric piecing together some offense here, and he drops the elbow on Oney Lorcan. Eric getting the momentum back on the side of your current World Tag Team Champions, the Viking Raiders. Oney Lorcan is down. Eric with a nice shot. We're going to put things away here momentarily for the Viking Raiders. Ivar down and out on the outside. And we got Oney Lorcan making the tag to Danny Burch. And now we got a one-on-one matchup as Ivar's down, Oney Lorcan's down. Eric sends Danny Burch into the ropes. Beautiful missile drop kick hitting Danny Burch like a bullet. Big time maneuver. Lorcan's down. Eric. Oh, there's that kick to the back. Right to the spine of the opponent. And that move has spelled the end for many. And it spells the end for Burch and Lorcan here tonight. Great matchup and a great effort by the challengers, Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan. They got the job done in the past, but here tonight, when the lights were on bright on pay-per-view and the gold was on the line, it's Eric and it's Ivar walking out, still the WWE World Tag Team Champions. The Viking Raiders on top. What a great tag team matchup here this evening.
Here are your winners and still World Tag Team Champions, Ivar and Eric, the Viking Raiders.
Burch and Lorcan fall. Who is going to be next to step to the champions?